The generation that fought World War II came home with a set of skills that the modern economy has almost completely forgotten. They knew how to fix things, how to make things last, how to honor the dead, how to read a service record, how to find someone's grandfather in a battlefield archive from 1944. And here's the thing nobody talks about. As that generation passes, the value of those skills goes up, not down. There are 16 million surviving World War II veterans, Korean War veterans, and Vietnam War veterans in the United States right now, plus their descendants. And almost every one of them has a need that requires someone with patience, respect, and specific knowledge of military history, regulations, and family preservation. Today we are counting down 25 forgotten World War II-era trades, still paying $900 a week or more in 2026. The numbers come from verified sources including the Department of Veterans Affairs, BLS, the National WWII Museum reporting, and small business data. Stay until the end, because number 1 is the trade that pays through veteran claim awards, requires federal accreditation, and is in genuine shortage in every state. If this kind of forgotten practical wisdom is what you came here for, subscribe and hit the bell. There is a new video on this channel every week. Quick note before we start. Many of these trades require federal accreditation, state certification, or specialized training. Nothing here is professional business or legal advice. Let us count it down. Number 25. The Vintage Military Uniform Restoration Specialist. Original World War II uniforms, hats, and field gear in museums, private collections, and family estates need professional restoration. Uniform restoration charges $150 to $600 per piece, with rare officer uniforms and decorated tunics clearing $1,000 to $3,000 each. A specialist with strong textile knowledge and military history understanding clears $1,000 to $4,000 per month with collector and museum customers. Number 24. The Military Memorabilia Appraiser and Dealer. Helmets, medals, weapons, photographs, and documents from World War II have an active market. Memorabilia appraisers charge $50 to $150 per hour, with auction house consulting and estate evaluation clearing $3,000 to $12,000 per estate. Established dealers buying and reselling clear $2,000 to $10,000 per month with deep network knowledge. Number 23. The Paid Veteran Service Organization Helper. American Legion posts, VFW posts, and similar organizations hire administrative help and event coordinators. Service organization helpers clear $15 to $30 per hour, with administrative roles paying steady part-time income. The trade rewards respect for veteran culture and patience with the older membership demographic. Number 22. The Modern Victory Garden Consultant. Helping suburban families plan productive food gardens using rationing-era principles is a growing trade. Garden consultation charges $75 to $150 per hour, with full-season design and planting plans clearing $500 to $1,500 per family. The customer base has grown since 2020 as food security awareness increased. Number 21. The Rationing-Era Recipe Revival Cooking Instructor. World War II home cooking made nothing from almost nothing, and the techniques are coming back. Class instruction charges $30 to $75 per student for group sessions, with private instruction clearing $75 to $200 per hour. The trade combines food history, education with practical cooking skills, attracting students interested in food security and sustainable home cooking. Number 20. The Morse Code Instructor and Amateur Radio Teacher. Amateur radio operators learning Morse code for emergency communications pay for skilled instruction. Morse code instructors charge $40 to $100 per hour, with established teachers building 20 to 30 regular students. The trade rewards patience and a love of radio history, and many instructors find genuine joy in teaching a skill that almost disappeared. Number 19. The Amateur Radio License Tutor. Helping aspiring ham radio operators pass FCC Technician, General, and Extra Class license exams pays per session. Licensed tutors clear $30 to $75 per hour, with prep classes for full license sequences clearing $300 to $800 per student. The customer base grows as emergency preparedness awareness expands, with many students being retirees seeking a meaningful new hobby. Number 18. The Telegraph and Signal Corps Educator. Living history programs, museums, and schools. Hire educators for telegraph and signal demonstrations. Educator fees clear $200 to $700 per program, with school assembly programs clearing significantly higher. A specialist with proper period equipment and presentation skills books steady, seasonal work. Number 17. The Battlefield Archaeology Consultant. Licensed metal detecting on private property with permission and consultation for archaeology projects. Battlefield archaeology charges $75 to $150 per hour, with metal detecting fines reaching collector market value through proper channels. The trade requires careful legal and ethical practice, with state permits for any work on public land. Number 16. The Vintage Military Vehicle Restoration Helper. Jeeps, weapons carriers, and other World War II vehicles and private collections need expert restoration. Vehicle restoration helpers clear $30 to $75 per hour as paid assistants, with master restorers earning significantly higher. The customer base is wealthy collectors, military museums, and veteran organizations preparing display vehicles for parades and events. Number 15. The Warbird Restoration Helper. Original World War II military aircraft restoration requires skilled hands and FAA-approved facilities. Warbird restoration helpers clear $32.80 per hour as assistants, with experienced sheet metal and engine work paying significantly higher. The trade is intensely specialized but rewarding, with restoration projects taking years and the customer base being museums, foundations, and wealthy private collectors. Number 14. The Medal and Insignia Identification Specialist. Identifying rank insignia, unit patches, campaign medals, and decorations for collectors and family historians. Identification charges $50 to $150 per hour, with full estate identification and provenance work clearing $500 to $2,000 per project. A specialist builds steady income through eBay consulting, auction house work, and family research projects. The trade is in genuine shortage because the knowledge required takes decades to develop and the senior experts are retiring or passing. Quick question before we keep going. Drop a comment with what your father or grandfather brought home from his service that your family still has. Photos, uniforms, letters, medals? If you haven't subscribed yet, this is the moment. The next trades are the highest paying and most meaningful on this entire channel. Number 13. The Service Flag and Remembrance Flag Maker. Blue Star mothers, Gold Star families, and military families honor service through specific traditional flags. Custom service flags clear $40 to $150 per flag, with hand-embroidered presentation flags clearing $200 to $600 each. The trade combines sewing skill with respectful understanding of military family traditions. Number 12. The American Flag Repair and Restoration Specialist. Worn American flags and historic banners need professional repair, especially flags with sentimental family value. Flag repair charges $75 to $400 per flag, with restoration of historic flags clearing significantly higher. The customer base is patriotic families, veterans organizations, and historic preservation societies. Number 11. The Military Funeral Flag Presenter. Some funeral homes and veterans organizations hire trained personnel for flag folding and presentation at military funerals. Trained presenters earn $75 to $200 per service, with steady work through veteran organizations. The trade requires respectful presence, proper uniform, and trained flag protocol. Number 10. The World War II Veteran Biographer. Recording oral histories, writing family memoirs, and preserving veteran stories before they are lost forever. Biographer fees clear $75 to $200 per hour, with full memoir projects clearing $3,000 to $10,000 per family. The trade is genuinely meaningful, and the customer base finds providers through funeral homes and veterans organizations. Number 9. The World War II Genealogy Specialist. Researching military service records, unit histories, and combat experience for descendants is a steady specialty. Genealogy charges $75 to $150 per hour, with full service record reconstruction clearing $500 to $2,000 per family. The trade requires understanding of military archives, National Personnel Records Center procedures, and unit history sources. Number 8. The Vintage Military Photograph Restoration Specialist. Faded, damaged, and torn military photographs need careful digital and physical restoration. Photo restoration charges $50 to $200 per image, with full album restoration clearing $1,000 to $4,000 per project. The trade rewards careful attention to detail and respect for family memory. Number 7. The Wartime Letter Transcription Specialist. Handwritten letters from service members during World War II are often hard for families to read. Letter transcription clears $30 to $75 per letter, with full correspondence preservation projects clearing $1,000 to $4,000 per family. The trade preserves family history that would otherwise be lost. Number 6. The Vintage Canvas Military Gear Restorer. Wool blankets, mess kits, canvas haversacks, and field equipment in private collections need restoration. Canvas restoration charges $100 to $400 per piece, with rare items clearing significantly higher to collector markets. The trade combines textile knowledge with military history expertise. Number 5. The Vintage Military Leather Goods Restorer. Officer holsters, ammunition belts, boots, and leather accoutrements need careful restoration. Leather restoration charges $150 to $600 per piece, with rare cavalry and officer pieces clearing $1,000 to $3,000 each. The trade rewards leather working skill plus military history knowledge. Number 4. The Veteran-Focused Estate Planning Consultant. Veterans have specific benefits, pensions, and protections that general estate planners miss. Veteran estate consultation charges $100 to $300 per hour, with full estate plans clearing $2,000 to $8,000 per family. The trade requires careful study of veteran benefits and estate law, with state-by-state variation. Number 3. The Honor Flight Escort and Veteran Travel Companion. Honor flight programs bring veterans to Washington, D.C. to see their memorials, and trained escorts assist throughout. Honor flight escorts work primarily on volunteer basis, but paid veteran travel companion work clears $200 to $600 per trip for private clients. A trained companion who handles wheelchair logistics, medication management, and gentle conversation builds strong income. Number 2, the Accredited Veteran Service Officer. Veterans need help navigating the Department of Veterans Affairs benefit system, and accredited VSOs provide that help. Veteran service officers work through county veteran service offices, veteran organizations, or independently with proper accreditation. County and state VSO positions clear $42,000–$75,000 annually, with independent practice supporting full-time income through claims work. The trade requires VA accreditation through the Office of General Counsel and ongoing continuing education. And here we are at number 1. The trade that earns through Veteran Benefit Awards, requires federal accreditation, and is in genuine shortage in every state. Number 1. The VA Claims Consultant, an accredited claims agent. There are millions of veterans with legitimate disability claims, pension applications, and appeals pending with the Department of Veterans Affairs. The system is complex, the paperwork is heavy, the waiting times are long, and most veterans need help navigating it. Accredited VA claims agents work under federal accreditation rules and may charge fees for benefit claim work in specific circumstances under VA regulations. The fees vary based on what stage of the claims process and what type of work. With most accredited agents working through veteran service organizations or as independent representatives with limited fee structures, an established accredited claims agent or attorney clears $50,000 to $200,000 annually working full-time, with part-time work clearing significant supplemental income. Accreditation through the Department of Veterans Affairs requires legal background or specialized training, plus ongoing continuing education in veteran law. Grandpa would have called this honoring the men who came home. The modern veteran services market calls it the most meaningful and best-paid legal specialty in the entire country. Here is what makes this whole list remarkable. Every one of these trades exists because the men and women who served deserve more than they get. The records, the photos, the uniforms, the letters, the claims that need help. These are real human needs from real families. And the people who learn how to provide for them are doing genuinely good work for genuinely good pay. And here is what makes this whole channel matter. Every video in this series exists because there is forgotten, practical wisdom in your own family history. The modern economy needs that wisdom and is willing to pay for it. Your grandfather knew things, your grandmother knew things, and those things are valuable in 2026 in ways nobody has bothered to tell you. A reminder before we close. Every trade in this video has specific federal accreditation, state certification, or training requirements. Nothing here is professional advice. If you found even 3 of these trades useful, share this video with someone in your life who has the patience and the respect for veteran work. Drop a comment telling me what your father or grandfather brought home from his service that your family still has. The best stories become future videos. This is video 15 of our series on forgotten cash trades. Subscribe and hit the bell because we are starting a new series next week, going further back into trades nobody teaches anymore. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.